silence, I think the silence is taking over, it's taking over. I can hear you through all the banging out noise. I can hear you over all the crying girls and boys. I think the silence, is taking over, it's taking over.
We need a little silence so our words can be spaced with it, and everything we try and do in life is laced with it. But when we run out of time and we are faced with it, we look back and wish our mistakes could be erased with it. That's just the sound of a buzz from your workstation. Pixelated posts taking the place of real conversation. Twitter trends replacing friends as a new fixation. Tough to be wired and find some time for relaxation. I think this sounds worse than violence. What we need is an alliance to help break it and retake it despite all defiance. Spend your time online talking with your clients. Ain't got no time to help your daughter with her math and science. It's the absence between everything we hear, everything we say. It's the space between our joy and fear. When it draws near, it is clear that the end is coming, but we won't hear it over all the electronic humming.
I can hear you through all the banging out noise. I can hear you over all the crying girls and boys. I think the silence, is taking over, it's taking over. I can hear you through all the banging out noise. I can hear you over all the crying girls and boys. I think the silence, is taking over, it's taking over.
To all my shady gents and ladies down in Hades, let me hear ya. Give me one good reason why the devil ought to clear ya. Trying to act godly, but oddly enough you always fail. And when your judgment comes, you can't erase the paper trail. You're always rambling about some high stakes gambling, but life isn't a game, it's just a race and we're all scrambling. So put the cards down, you got it hard up, and try to keep it cool when everybody's fired up. The world is hard, the world is wrong, the world is unjust, but at the end our legacy is only ash and dust. Get back to basics and think of how it all began. Don't walk the line between divine and just a mortal man. Heaven's a heartbeat away and then you're there to stay. Don't try to tame it, you'll just leave it all in disarray. Life's fragility voids the ability to control your own fate and all of life's possibilities.
I can hear you through all the banging out noise. I can hear you over all the crying girls and boys. I think the silence, is taking over, it's taking over. I can hear you through all the banging out noise. I can hear you over all the crying girls and boys. I think the silence, is taking over, it's taking over.
This time pay close attention to the rhyme. It may be a bit sublime, but it's in there under all the grime. I'm in my prime, but I'm hunted like a fox, like a mom in a box, coming from the school of the hard knocks. I bring a message, it can help you if you listen, although it may not glisten. Don't let your ship sail till it's christened. Pull up the anchor, set the sail in the wind. Got your coordinates pinned with the smile and the grin. Cause what is life but a wide open sea, and there are bright stars out there to guide us and lead us and bring us to a new world, at least that's the dream. Try to find a good life, but it's not what it seems, cause happiness is harder to find than you think. Joy can't be bought like a toy or a stiff drink. It's not a purchase, it's a matter of sail or sink, and it's there for you, everyone is standing on the brink.
I can hear you through all the banging out noise. I can hear you over all the crying girls and boys. I think the silence, is taking over, it's taking over. I can hear you through all the banging out noise. I can hear you over all the crying girls and boys. I think the silence, is taking over, it's taking over.